Hello.
Hello.
You okay?
You?
Yes, thank you.
What are we talking about?
Elopements and micro weddings.
For the Wednesday wedding kind of people.
God. Yes, this one is for you Wednesday wedding people, so roll the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome,
The Unfiltered Bride podcast, tips from the top table and beyond.
so you know it's going to be juicy.
You'll never guess who sponsored the podcast again.
It's got to be our favourites, Crafty Lab.
If you're an avid listener, you'll know that they are the home of the viral wedding newspapers that I had at my wedding.
But we wanted to tell you even more about them, so let's do some quick fire tips.
Yes, okay, go.
You can fully personalise your newspapers. It's not a template. Each newspaper is completely different and you can write whatever you want, so it's all about you.
You can use them anywhere from ceremony chairs to wedding breakfast tables, roll them up with string, choose a booklet option or leave them flat. They all look bougie.
They can be fun and functional, crosswords, order a service and taxi numbers.
And all those tips I give on TikTok. Think Irish goodbyes, meet the wedding party, your love story, anything and everything.
Printed in classic black and white or colour, there's loads of options to make sure they fit your wedding aesthetic.
It's easy. They basically do it all for you. And I am 100% certain that your guests are going to love it. So make sure you get your order in now.
Don't forget to use the code Unfiltered for 10% discount too.
Okay, so this one is a tricky one. You're just drinking Coke. Diet Coke.
I'd love Diet Coke to sponsor us.
I'm a Sprite gal though.
Are you?
Yeah.
Sprite Zero?
Yeah, they only do Sprite Zero now. Don't they? Yes, they do. Why are you talking, Brian? Go away. Who gave him a microphone? Anyway, we're talking about elopements and micro weddings, but I don't want to exclude like a whole group of audience because I don't actually know the percentage of micro weddings and elopements.
Should I Google it?
Yeah, I know I considered an elopement.
Did you?
Yes, about 3 months before our wedding.
Really? Would you have cancelled it?
No. But there is a point when you're like, I understand why people elope. You get to that bit. But we say an elopement is nobody.
This is what I want you to define. What is an elopement?
So an elopement is when you just run off and get married, isn't it? So to me, that is just the two of you. And therefore, a micro wedding is a smaller wedding with what, less than, I'd consider micro wedding less than 20.
Pinterest says that searches for...
Says? Says.
Pinterest says.
Shut up, you don't say says.
Pinterest says.
Say the sentence again.
Pinterest says.
What?
Pinterest says. Okay, I'm not illiterate. Well, English wasn't a strong point of mine.
Not illiterate.
That searches for destination weddings in the mountains, aka elopements, are up by 32%, with popular terms including elopements at city halls, elopements in forests. Some want to go even further to ensure an intimate celebration. So they're on the rise.
I don't know how I feel.
Like, I like it because it's like, you just come back, we're married. But then, like, would your family be offended?
If Isla went and got married, I'd be furious. And I don't care. I'll say it selfishly.
But would you be furious if... I would probably tell our close family and friends.
That's what I mean. If she just came back and said I got married...
Well, you've got to do the legal bit, haven't you? You can't just elope.
No, but you elope and get married.
Like, legally.
Yeah.
I love a city elopement. They're really chic.
Yes, I like city ones. But I also just think... It depends what people are doing it for. The reason you like city ones is because you like the photos of them walking through the city. You can do that at a wedding.
Yeah. It's a lot less. So elopements are where you just get married, the two of you. No guests, no drums, no party.
Yeah. A proper elopement is when you just go and get married.
Yeah. And don't tell anyone.
Vegas elopement. I really wish me and Brian got married in Vegas. That would have been cool. Many years ago.
I would consider a London elopement.
No, you wouldn't.
I would. And then have a party.
That's not an elopement then.
Well, it is.
No, it's not.
But like, surprise bitches.
For engagement
party, I love it at the engagement parties.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh. So you're engaged. Everyone knows you're engaged.
Would I be annoyed?
Then you invite everyone to an engagement.
But would you be annoyed?
Turn up. Guys, we got married. Wedding dressed. How fun. I've done it before where it was someone's like 50th. And they just walked in and were like, we're married. Because it was like a big 50th party. I like the surprise element, but I feel like you do need a little celebration. Just a
Yeah, but then
little-
that is not an elopement. I feel like the only way you can call it an elopement is if you get married and that is it. Don't you think?
Let me Google.
Define elopement. Because if you're going with two mates, is that an elopement? I'd call that a micro wedding. But then maybe the word wedding is the bit.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
According to Simply Eloped, an elopement wedding is typically thought as of running away without telling friends or family, but that definition has changed over time. Now an elopement wedding means that you are tying the knot and celebrating with just yourselves or a small gathering in a minimal, more casual fashion. See, I no, that's a micro wedding. Elopement is the two of you, micro wedding.
Yeah, I don't think you've got to not tell anyone.
But so what number defines a micro wedding? 10?
No, I said less than 20.
No, sorry, you're having a laugh. You're having a laugh, love.
You're saying if there's 19 people...
That's not micro. That's a
What's that
small
then?
wedding. That's an
Fuck off.
intimate wedding.
No.
Yeah.
20 to 40 is intimate. Small wedding. I'm going 2 to 20 is micro. No, 2 to 19 is micro.
No,
20
you need
to
go
39.
3, not 2. Because 2 of you get married.
Yeah.
So 3 to...
Oh, right. Okay. To make it not an elopement.
Yeah.
All right. So elopement is 0 to 2. Micro is 3 to 19.
All right. I'll accept
20 to 40 is small No, 20 to 50?
that. No. 40. 40.
So if you've got 45 guests, you don't think that's a small wedding?
No.
Do you not?
No. Intimate. No.
Intimate and small are the same word.
Anything 50 plus
I'm
is...
taking my trainers off.
is
Sorry, guys.
like-
I'm getting comfy. Micro... No.
Brian, what's your opinion?
You ain't got a fucking clue. What would you have called our legal wedding?
Intimate, small, micro.
I wouldn't have called it a micro wedding because it wasn't.
Guys, if you could see his face, he's like frowning.
I can't see him from here. Can we move this big box light?
He is like frowning into the microphone.
I don't know how do you define a micro wedding?
That's what
This
we're
is what
playing.
we're playing.
Yeah.
So 0 to 2. That sounded like a fault in the audio.
I wouldn't say that. I didn't say. I would not say ours was a micro wedding. I'll just say it was.
Hold on. You wouldn't not say it was a micro
I
wedding?
wouldn't call it a
We
micro
know who
wedding.
you're talking like.
Right. So, right. What?
I would not call our legal ceremony a micro wedding. No,
What would
You're
you call
wrong.
it?
I think it's got to be more like our actual wedding,
He
but
calls
on a
it
much smaller scale.
So
I don't think you can have a micro wedding and a wedding.
0 to 2, elopement.
Yes.
3 to 19, micro.
Yes. 20 to 40.
intimate.
Yeah. 40 to 80. No, 40 to 100 is normal. 100 plus is large wedding.
Yeah. Done.
Okay.
You were arguing with me.
What was it? Listen back to the tape, mate. Listen back to the audio.
What was the Love Island? Replay the
Replay
tape.
the tape. No, but I would also say, I think I agree with Brian though. I don't think we had a micro wedding and a wedding. We had a legal wedding and a wedding, which is a whole other thing. You don't get two weddings.
You're just saying you
No,
have
but
two
legal
ones.
wedding's different.
You're just saying you're having two weddings.
No, legal wedding's different. You can't have an elopement and then a wedding.
Agree. Okay, fine. No, but you have an elopement and a party. There's no ceremony at an elopement. Like if you did elopement and a party, there's no ceremony, there's no walking down the aisle, there's not really a wedding breakfast, it's just party.
A reception then. You get the reception.
Yeah.
Okay.
A celebration.
But I also think if it's an elopement, weirdly, I think you're going away.
yeah.
We don't have to, I guess.
No.
We could have gone to Gloucester Registry Office.
G-City, massive.
We did go. Oh, no, we didn't. We got married in Stride.
Okay, so now we've defined what it
Okay,
is.
so now we know what it is. So are we saying elopement you have to have not told anybody, or are we just getting rid of that bit? I feel like that's old school.
No, I think like you can tell people.
Yeah.
But I like the secretness.
No, but I think you would upset people.
Give a fuck.
No, but I do give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
If you came and sat on here and said me and Jack got married last week,
Jack would love that.
yeah, but I'd be annoyed. Would I?
I just have to marry someone else.
I'd be annoyed that you didn't tell me you were going to do it. I don't think I'd be annoyed that you did it. I think if you were
You'd be in
planning
the bushes
it,
if I told you.
Hello, it's me. No, I would want. I don't have any issue with anybody eloping, but I think it would be nice to be like, we're eloping on this day, because I'd want to text
And
and
then
be
we're
like,
having
happy elopement.
And having a party.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we're saying you should tell people.
Yeah. Depending how close you are to your family and friends. Like if you have a really small circle, haven't got loads of family and friends.
I have to tell you something.
Go on.
I've been invited to an elopement.
Oh, grow up. You're not invited.
I have been invited.
To do what?
I don't know how much I can say.
Are you eloping?
What? Okay, I've been invited to a micro wedding. But it's just me and one other person.
I need more.
I don't know how much I can tell you. So I was coordinating anyway, which is I'll say is weird because it's obviously normally, but she was like, I want the whole wedding. I want the confetti. I want somebody to make sure I look good. If anything, like the smaller the wedding, the more you might need a coordinator because you've got nobody else to help you do everything. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, cool, I'm on board. And then she emailed and said, oh, plans have changed a little bit. And the two people that were coming, now only one of them is coming. Will you be the other person? Will you be our witness? Will you be our bridesmaid? Will you stay and have the food? Will you sit down with us? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God.
So you're being a bridesmaid?
Well, I don't get the dress and stuff, but I'll still be in my bum bag.
So who's the other person?
His mate.
Aww.
I know, I told Brian that might take him a ring off. And
Brian, any comments? Yeah, you had the wedding that you would never have wanted.
But because we did the legal wedding, I feel like we did
elope.
I did feel like it was an elopement.
Ran off, didn't you? There was no stress, no drama. No one had an opinion on it. There was no pressure on that day.
We didn't talk about it prior to it. I wouldn't have really shared that much stuff about it if our photos weren't so banging.
Yeah, photos were banging.
Yeah, they were, weren't they?
Snowing.
It was literally perfect. But after that day, so we got married 2 weeks before our wedding. After that day, I did go, oh shit, I can see why people do this.
And then everything went wrong those 2 weeks before.
And then the 2 weeks were fucking horrible. And then now after our wedding, I'm so happy that we did both.
Yeah.
We literally got everything. So okay. I really do push doing the legal one.
So if people are thinking about eloping.
Yeah.
Or having a micro wedding.
Yeah.
What are you kind of talking about? What are why would you go for one over the other? If people are like, fuck this, we just want to elope.
I think if you're a micro wedding elopement person.
I couldn't do a micro wedding.
No, I know. That's what I mean. If you have, I think you'd know that you were going to do that anyway. Brian wasn't a micro wedding man.
Wasn't or was?
Was. So if he was with somebody else, he could have micro weddinged.
Would your family have been annoyed if you did a micro wedding? Or eloped?
I don't know, to be honest.
Because I feel like you guys didn't get any like shit, but like the legal wedding, you didn't have any family there, did you?
No.
You never know what they really think, do you? Maybe they did. Maybe they were annoyed that we got married properly.
Because imagine if that was just your wedding.
Yeah.
And you didn't have the other wedding.
My family, I would say that I'm more typically closer to my family than Brian is. So I feel like my family would have been more annoyed than his family.
Were they annoyed that you were, or was it okay because you had the wedding day?
I think it was okay because we had the wedding day.
But if you didn't, they would have been like, the fuck? Like imagine your dad not walking down the aisle.
No, my dad would have been furious. I actually don't think my dad would have let me.
I saw your dad's car at the train station. His number plate ends in DAD.
Yeah.
And he was parked in a spot and there was no fucking parking spaces at the train station. And I drove round and round and round and I was like, it's Georgie's dad.
Oh, sorry.
Georgie's dad. And then I got a parking ticket.
Why is that my dad's fault?
Because he was parked in a space and I was like, the one car I know. I was like, that's Georgie.
You were going to say he's parked in disabled or something.
I was like, where is he? When's he coming back? Can I park in that
Can I ring Georgie and ask when his dad's coming back?
I was literally laughing because I was like, that's the one car. And like, I drove up and I was like, that's Georgie's dad. And the only reason I know is because you borrowed his car once.
Yeah.
And the number plate says dad.
Yeah. I bought him that registration plate.
Sorry.
Although I watched a TikTok the other day that was like, good night to everybody apart from those who have personalised plates. And I was like, okay, sorry, Dad. Yeah, I think my dad would have been very annoyed. I think my mum would have been annoyed. I think my nan would have been annoyed. I think...
Brother?
No, my brother. So my brother eloped. There we go. I forgot that.
So talk about this then.
Sorry. My brother eloped.
Yeah.
And I was I sad? Yes and no.
Did they tell you?
Yes. Yeah.
So let's talk about that then.
God, that was years ago now. So I reckon probably... God, when did they get married? 5 years ago? Yeah. 5 years ago, something like that. They got engaged and then they said we're going to Antigua maybe and get married.
Did they have a party?
Yeah, but a while later.
Okay.
And I wouldn't have said it wasn't a wedding party. It was quite cool. It was in my nan's back garden. She's got a massive back garden, but in my nan's back garden, and it was like luau themed. So where like kind of like what they got married. So they had steel drums.
Cool.
They had...
See, I'm not against this, you know. The more you talk about it.
Yeah. Like it's not for me. because I like the traditions of it. They had no traditions whatsoever.
Just
there was
a
no
party.
cake. Was there a cake? Oh, there was. What's the rum and thingy cake? Something like that.
Nice.
But there wasn't like a cake cutting. It was purely outdoors. I don't know what their plan was if it rained, because it was nice weather. So I don't know. There wasn't many people. There was, I don't know, 30 maybe. It was just super chilled. They had like some games, some drinks. It was probably like 3 hours long, and then some people stayed later.
Like, the more you talk about it, the more like how appealing it is. Like, the cost of it.
Oh,
Massive.
it wouldn't have cost them hardly anything. Well, apart from obviously it was their honeymoon / wedding.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I would have felt. I'm different because I go to weddings every weekend and I friggin' love it. I love the morning. I love everybody helping each other. I love the first looks with dad. I love all of it. And I just think you don't get that bit.
But I also feel if you're not part of a traditional family,
Agreed. Yeah.
there's bits like walking down the aisle in the ceremony.
She's close with her dad,
It's
so
like,
that wouldn't have happened anyway, I guess. Yeah.
And like, people actually want to avoid that of being like, oh, she's not walking down the aisle with her dad. Like, this is like,
Yeah,
do you know what I
true.
mean? Like, that whole part of it is actually like
Gets rid of a whole chunk of
the drama.
yeah.
Top table, no ag, no people's opinions.
Yeah. But how does the day go?
See,
That's the only bit. I wouldn't want to, no offense, just feel like a normal day with Brian. Just, you do the wedding bit and it'd be super special.
go for a nice dinner, have some drinks.
Yeah, but I do that
And
anyway.
then, but you're basically on honeymoon then, aren't you?
Yeah. We should try and find somebody who's, well, I should just ring my brother.
Yeah.
Should I ring my brother?
Yeah,
Is
go
that
on.
weird? Call declined.
See ya. So
yeah.
I can see why people want to elope, and I think it's great. So, I mean, personally, I just wouldn't tell anyone anything, because you're still going to get the opinions of other people, because they're like, oh, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that, or like whatever you're doing about the elopement.
So if you were eloping, would you still have a photographer?
Yeah.
Would you still have a cake?
No.
Would you have drinks reception?
Who am I having it with?
What?
Who am I having it
Your
with?
husband.
I'll go out for drinks.
So you'd get married and then just normal day.
Yeah, it'd be a special day.
Be special day.
So now in my head,
Yeah.
speaking about it,
Yeah.
I want to just get married, the two of us.
Yeah. No, you don't.
I do. And then have like a really intimate like dinner.
Yeah. What do you mean by intimate?
Or actually get married like with the 20 of us, I was saying.
Right. So we've suddenly changed.
Yeah.
Right,
Micro wedding.
Let me do now what people do though. In your head, who are the 20 people? Because everyone starts going, well, I can't have them, so I have to have these. And then you end up with 40.
Yeah, no, I'd find
And then you're
20
like, if I'm at 40, I might as well get 60 and just do a normal wedding.
and then go for a nice dinner and then have a bigger party. But you can really see why people want to, why
I
it's
totally get
appealing.
it.
And
The issue that people run into is that then they start looking at the numbers and they go, well, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
how you.
you're going to upset people anyway.
Yeah.
You're still going to get the drama.
But I feel like if you're gonna do that and upset people, you either need to not have them or have them. I feel like they'll be more upset by being invited to the evening part.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think keep the whole thing small.
Well, you just said you want a party.
No, everyone would come to the party.
For fuck's sake. It's just the party on a different day.
I'd love it to be the engagement party.
So you tell 20 people,
We're getting married.
we're getting married. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
We're doing an engagement party. So you get married on the same day.
Yeah.
And then you walk over and into your engagement party and you go,
I'm in a wedding dress. We're married. I love it. Short, simple, no long wedding planning process. Life's good. No pressure.
love it.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
You lying?
No. It's good.
No opinions, no ag, no drama.
Is it just the evening style of a wedding then?
Yeah. I'd still have sax, gospel choir, maybe.
But no seats.
No, like
Nice
cocktail
evening
seating,
food.
Yeah.
Poser table things.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
And I think Jack would be happy with that because of the budget.
The only problem I have here is that I don't think it would be loads cheaper.
For me, it probably would.
You're still having all the styling,
No, I wouldn't because I'm not having loads of tables.
but you're still filling the tables
Ceremony
that are there.
styling gone.
So you're not having any ceremony styling
Next to be
at
a
all.
registry office.
So you're not putting anything in
Nah.
there.
Nah.
Nothing at all.
Nada.
Okay, go on. Bouquets.
Bouquets.
You having bridesmaids?
Yeah, but I wouldn't have loads.
How many?
Don't know. So bridesmaids, bouquets would stay the
No,
same.
no. We have to play the game properly if we're playing the game. Of the 20 people, 2 of them are you, so we're on 18.
Mm-hmm.
One's me, Brian and Isla. That's 3 gone. How many bridesmaids are you having?
Don't know.
No, how many were on your list originally?
3.
Okay, 3 is fine. So how many people? Okay, how many groomsmen?
I don't know. Jack would have to cut that right
You'd
down.
have to have 3.
No, he's our best man. That's it.
Why do you get 3?
Maybe we just do maid of honor and best man.
Yeah.
Keep it like that.
My maid of honor.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Fair. Okay. I think 1 and 1 would look cute.
Yeah.
Who's walking down the aisle?
No one. Mum.
Mum or alone?
Mumsy.
Mum. Okay. Then, so what time? So here's the other issue that we ran into is that ceremonies.
I love how
aren't
you
that
can't
late.
question any of my things now. You're like,
No,
okay,
I
fair,
agree.
all right,
Yeah.
fine.
I do think you'd put some ceremony styling in, but I'll let you say no for the sake of this. But you're lying.
Guys, if I get engaged now, you're going to be disappointed. You're like, great, you're not doing anything.
Yeah. And now we all know your plan. So if I'm invited to an engagement party, I know what's happening.
Did you do an engagement party?
No.
No.
I ain't got money for that.
Ain't got time for that.
In all seriousness, I don't know how people do both unless somebody's paying
A
for the
lot of
engagement
it
party.
is just like room if you spend a certain amount behind the bar.
Yeah, but you've got to do something.
And
Otherwise,
just get a
what's
little
the
bit of
point?
decor.
Bit of decor. You've got to do food.
Anyway, so elopements,
Yeah.
Vegas, forest, city.
Gretna Green. Oh, hold on. My brother's ringing me back. Let's get him on. Hello.
Hello.
You okay?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah. Don't be nice to me because you know you're on the podcast.
I've always liked my favourite sister.
Oh, funny. Right. I want to ask you some questions about your elopement.
Not an elopement.
What was it then?
Elopement's where you run away without anyone knowing.
So
And
what
all I
did-
did was get married abroad with the people I wanted.
So what would you call what you did then?
A perfect paradise wedding away from family.
Did anyone get annoyed at you?
My sister did.
No, I didn't. I don't even think I said anything.
I felt there was an underlying hate.
Did Nan say anything?
Which one?
Oh yeah, either.
Well, first, Nanny Tommy, she actually helped pay for it.
Oh, sweet.
Yep, I believe you had the same money.
Oh, there we go.
You didn't add that one in when you said about people paying Georgie.
Dude, that's when my nan died that she gave us the
Oh.
money.
My dying nan wished me to be married.
Yeah, what about the other nan?
Yeah, she didn't care either.
Did she not? Really? Not at all?
No, not at all. I'm a favourite, so she wants whatever's best for me.
Wow. What did you do the morning of your wedding?
I think we just went and had normal breakfast and everything normal. And then literally we just got dressed in the well, it wasn't a room, it was a beach hut. So it wasn't too bad to get
Separately?
changed. No, we got dressed together.
Oh. So you saw
Yeah.
her before. Did she walk down the aisle?
Yes, so then we got married on a beach front. And Lucy then walked down to me after, so we both went there, and then the wedding planner made her wait at the top. I went down to the bottom with the, I don't know what the official term is for the person that marries you.
Yeah. I don't know what they'd be over there.
Lady. And then walked down to me without any music.
No
So,
music?
Yeah, it was on a beach, so I don't know where you're plugging it in.
Did you wish there was music?
I don't. No, not really. It doesn't really matter. I was too nervous about everything anyway.
Aw, did you cry?
No.
Did they have a legal?
Did they what?
Did do a legal?
Is it it was a legal ceremony, legal wedding?
It was legal, yeah.
Yeah.
So we, because so in Antigua, we had to register first in one of the government buildings where we both had to dress up in suits. Not Lucy wore something normal. And we had to register and provide all kinds of legal documents to say that we're British and we were allowed to get married. And because they're one of the British colonies, it was all fine there.
Oh, and then what did you do after how long was your wedding?
So the wedding must have been about 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Got married. We had to have another witness, so they quickly grabbed Jonathan, who was a gardener, who I think was trimming a bush at the time.
Yeah.
He came over, he officiated it, signed it.
No, he
I
didn't
asked if he
officiate.
wanted-
That's the person who stands up and does it. That'd be
Not
weird.
officiate, that's you know it. No, he witnessed, that's the word. He
Yeah.
witnessed it,
Yeah.
signed it up. I asked if he wanted a glass of champagne, but his boss told him he wasn't allowed any.
Oh. Yeah.
I think he went back to his hedge. We then ate some, so there was chocolate rum cake, was our wedding cake.
Yeah. Did you do a cake
Ate that.
cutting? Yeah.
Did do that. And then we went and had what felt like 4 hours of photographs on a beach by the infinity pool, all that kind of stuff.
Did you enjoy that bit or no?
I didn't. Yeah, it was actually all right. I don't think Lucy did because they made her do, like the naff poses where she's leaning on a palm tree.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then what did you do?
Then, as it was a all-inclusive holiday, we then went back, and I think that's actually the most drunk I've ever been in my entire life.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
And
then.
Get drunk.
No, you don't.
That wrecked me.
And then what did you do? How long after did you come back and have a party?
I think it was, when did we get married? Got married in December. And then I think we had a party in like
summer.
May. Yeah. I think it was quite windy, so it was May time, April, May. And then we had a Caribbean themed party at Nan's house in her garden.
Nice. Okay. I did tell people about your party and I said it was good. So what was the best part about eloping and what was the worst part about eloping?
So I'm the polar opposite to my sister, where I don't need that much attention. And Lucy doesn't like it. So probably, the setting. I mean, we were already gone on holiday there anyway. But the setting was amazing.
Yeah.
The food was amazing. Cocktails were amazing. I think it was the location that made it amazing.
Okay.
I mean, the lovely venues in England, but we got married on a beach in the Caribbean.
Yeah, fair. Okay, then give me your negatives about eloping.
I think Lucy might have liked her mum and sister there, probably.
Oh,
he wasn't bothered.
Okay, so if you could go back, would you have a micro wedding and have a few people there?
Me? No.
Her, yes.
I think she might have had her mum there, but even then, when we said her mum could have come, but we were like, nah.
And final thing, Dan, I want 3 tips for people that are thinking of eloping.
Get everything organised before.
Like what?
Obviously, because in a different country, you're not going to have a chance to do a lot of things. So make sure you've got. So as I said, we had to go to the actual government building to get it official.
Yeah.
And we had to make certain documents and stuff with us like that. Obviously, there's no chance we're doing that whilst we're there.
Yeah.
So make sure you're ready. That's the main thing. We didn't have to do much. We had a wedding planner that did everything for us. So maybe have a look at. So our package came part of the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than going there and try and organise your own thing when you're there.
Yeah. And what would you say about telling family and upsetting people?
Loving and supporting family would be happy that you're happy.
Cute.
And then what to do if they won't be supportive is then actually elope, not tell them.
All right. Cool. Strong. Thanks, Dan.
Appreciate it.
Love you. Bye. Bye. So let's think about traditions and how, because I've had somebody before message me and was like, we're doing micro wedding, but we still want it to feel like a wedding. How do we do that? So I feel like we can talk about ways to make it feel wedding-y.
Still walk down the aisle?
Yeah.
Confetti?
I love confetti. We still did confetti. We did sparklers and we did champagne spray. And they're such cute photos.
All of them? All of the above?
Yeah. I feel like with a micro wedding, you can always do more because you can say to people, we're going to do this. And it takes 5 seconds to tell this small group.
Speeches?
Definitely.
Sweetheart table.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, so a little sweetheart table and then everyone else on the other.
I think I'd want to all be sat on one table.
Yeah, you can do, but if you want traditions.
Yeah, true. Music.
Still do a first dance.
Yeah. Music is nice. I feel like if you still have like really intimate songs and stuff that means things to you. I feel like you can still do cake cutting.
Absolutely.
Heart-shaped cake at that one would be cute. Banging. I still feel like you can do all the morning. You can do everything.
Absolutely.
You can go as far into it as you want.
If not further.
Not. Yeah, I agree. Because you could do way more personal stuff for people because you haven't got to do like 100 times it.
How much cheaper do you reckon it is?
It's got to be a good chunk cheaper. None of the registry stuff will be. Nothing legal will be any cheaper.
I feel like maybe like a quarter of the cost of a wedding.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Sold.
Yeah, but you're still going to have the party, and that's the bit that's expensive.
The more you talk about it, the more appealing it is.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like you're like, actually.
But the thing that it is pissing off people.
Yeah.
That's what stops people doing it.
You piss
isn't it?
people off when you do the big wedding anyway.
I agree. I should have eloped now.
So what about...
I feel like we did, though. I do feel like we got it.
But what about the legal... So if you just had the legal wedding, what from the bigger wedding would you have missed?
I would have missed everybody talking about it. I really enjoy like the next day when everyone's like, oh my God, did you see blah, blah, blah do this? And we had such fun doing this and look at this photo. Like I really enjoy the...
I feel like if you had a videographer on your legal one,
yeah,
it would be a vibe.
We should have.
Like in TGIs and in
I've
revs,
got-
dancing.
Guys, I will share. So Hannah made us a little video and that is a really good... So I'll try and refind it and share it ready for this.
How many people come up to you like, oh my God, have you just got married? On that day, because you were like in public more, weren't you?
Yeah, but the bit that's that's my boobs that touched the microphone. Then the bit that was really awkward is because we did a first look before we got married because of the light and what we talked about before. We were walking around. Where were we? Stroud. What's that area called though? With the trees, with the yew trees. God, what's that bit called? Painswick. So we were walking around Painswick with Pat doing photos. And I had I don't think I would have looked that bridal if I didn't have a bouquet and stuff. But people were like, oh, congratulations. And I couldn't be bothered to then be like, we're not married yet. We're going. So we were just like, yeah, thank you. I think everyone thought we were ridiculous in revs because we had like the little sign that was like, just married. And people were like, ugh.
They're like, I'd never do that. In my life. To be fair, if I saw that, I'd be like, ugh.
Oh, me too. And TGI's was fun because Brian went behind the bar and we did like a full on like photo shoot bit in there. So I think
did you have to ask them to go behind the bar?
Yes. We went in a few days before and we'd already told them we were coming for our wedding.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, it's fine. And then we came in a few days before and we were like, can we do some photos? And they were like, yeah. The only thing we didn't do is bloody take a photo where we met, which I'm really annoyed about. It was the one photo I wanted to get and
was
I totally
it not
forgot.
on your shot list?
I don't think I did one for that one. No.
Rookie error.
No, I know. We did the main ones that one where Brian behind the bar making a cocktail. And to be honest, the bit where we met is in the photos. I just wanted to stand. So the bit where we actually like physically met is the like service bar bit where the waitresses come up to the bar. So that, but never mind. But yeah, it was weird that people were like, oh, congratulations. And we were like, oh, thank you. It just felt more, I don't know, it felt weirder. But the other things I would miss from the big one, I think having all groups of people together that will never be together again and had never been together was really nice.
Yeah.
So like some of Brian's friends playing with my older family members, like playing pool and stuff is so weird, but like
it worked.
Yeah, hilarious. So I'd miss that. And I think you'd miss the party. I don't think you can quite have a party with an elopement, but again, some people don't want that. So each their own.
I love it. I love the idea of it.
Do you reckon you'd do it? Do you reckon you'd actually do it though?
I'd consider it.
What would sway you?
I think Jack would rather not spend the money on it, and that would be it. Would, if going off the episode that we had with Brian, where it's like, well, this is what I want to spend and this is what you want to spend, we're way out.
Are you?
I'm talking like,
yeah, but I don't think you'd actually want to spend what you think you want to spend when it actually comes to it and you actually have to spend that.
Flowers. Because I can get them a cost.
Well, yeah, but you won't spend as much then.
No, but I'd still be like, fuck it, because it's a cost.
Yeah.
Girl maths. Like, I think the priorities there are very, very different.
Yeah.
And again, the pressure for me, and Jack, like, I don't give a shit about the pressure for you. This is what I want, you know? So it's like, budget-wise, I feel like when I say we're off, I'm talking like 20, 30 grand off each other, not 5, 10 grand, like 20, 30 grand.
How much do you think an elopement / micro wedding costs then?
I reckon you could do that. 5 grand.
I agree.
If not less, like way less. If you're not having a party and a dinner with like,
so purely just
elopement.
So an elopement could cost
grand.
Yeah, £1,000. But I think how much did our legal one cost? 1,000? I think it was about that. Was it? I'm trying to think what we paid for.
But I think if you do that, like if you did, so for example, you did the legal part, like talk about your legal day.
Yeah.
If you did the ceremony.
Yeah. So the ceremony was probably, oh God, I can't.
But then, and you went with friends for food, and then if you didn't do revs and just had like a party there, like how much do you reckon you would have spent on the whole day
What,
itself.
inviting lots more people in the
In the
evening?
evening.
So let's think. So it was £800-ish because we had an enhanced ceremony at the registry office because we wanted music and a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
We then went and we had a few drinks before the ceremony because we did a first look. But I think people brought their own, actually. Not intentionally, but we were like, we'll just sit in the pub and we got some drinks. So that wasn't very formal. Our photographer, Pat, was our photographer, and it was, this is girl math. It was an engagement shoot was included in the price of my wedding photography, and therefore I used it for my legal ceremony, therefore it was free.
Yeah.
The bridesmaids wore whatever they wanted. They weren't bridesmaids at that bit. Isla, we got a dress, which was like, I don't know, 50 quid, if that. Had flowers, which I had flowers. I think it was just me. And Brian had a buttonhole. So that was, I don't know, £100, say, if that. Are you adding this up? I'm not.
No.
So I think we're on about £1,000 with the legal bit. Then we went to TGI's, and that was probably, how much was TGI's, Brian? There was 6 of us. So Isla went home at that point. She did some photos with us, and then obviously couldn't be getting drunk and getting TGI's, so she went home. So yeah, maybe £500. Is that a lot? No, because there were 6 of us having drinks as well. We had cocktails.
No, yeah. But what the point I'm saying is, you know, when we said a £5 if you've got a £5 budget for a wedding, do a smaller day, intimate dinner, and then have a party.
We're on
£1,500
for the daytime elopement, and then it just the only problem is when it comes to the party,
if you want a band DJ,
but also venue hire, because you can't get married you can't have a venue on a Saturday night, even though you say to them, oh no, it's just the party bit. They can't do a wedding on that day, so it's still going to cost. It's still going to cost thousands of pounds for the venue hire.
If you don't go for a wedding venue,
so where would you go?
You can go to like bars and stuff, can't you, and hire out. Like, there's
but again, they don't really do it on a Saturday night, because we're looking at this for one of my friends.
Yeah, maybe even a friend. But there is that's a way. Like, you know, we were saying about the £5 wedding.
Yeah.
There is places that you can go.
Yes.
Even if you did a party on a different day.
Even if you did a party at a house.
Yeah.
Like, or somebody's house.
Instead of trying to stretch it so thin.
Yeah.
Do it smaller and then
go hard. But I also like when sometimes people have an elopement and then they celebrate with the individual pockets of friends and family and do like their own little meals. We'll go out to here on this day, we'll do this, but I wonder if that adds up.
I'm all here for a city elopement.
They are stunning.
Vibey.
They are beautiful.
Love it. And you can wear like a little short dress.
Yeah. Well, that's what my friend did that got married in Italy.
Yeah.
Got married in Italy, came back, literally just went and signed the documents and then went out for a meal. Just the two of them.
Nice.
Cute photos. Really nice photos.
I love the idea of elopement.
Okay. I don't think you'll do it though.
Give me your top 3 tips for eloping.
Ooh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Number 1 is I think you need to sit down and have conversations with the closest people to you.
Yeah.
If you're really, like, to me, if I was going to really upset somebody, I would then consider ways of doing it that would be less.
Thing is though, I wouldn't care. If someone told me, I'd be like, oh great, you're married.
But if Isla came to me and said, I think I'm eloping, I don't want anybody there, I'd be gutted. No, I know, I'd still let her do it, but
you've got no choice, hun.
I know.
Hopefully she's over 18.
But it's only because like more Brian, like father was like walking down the aisle, like that's quite a big for some people that's a massive part for them.
Yeah.
So I would recommend sitting down with people that you're super close with to say, look, mum, am I going to really upset anybody? We're still going to have a party. It might even be that there's compromises there and dad says, oh, actually, absolutely happy. Can I do a speech at the party?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Like, I think having conversations is a nice tip. Number 2 would be do as many traditions as you want.
Yeah.
Whether it's super intimate or just the two of you, you can do whatever you want. You pick as many things that you want to do. Like when that person inquired about a coordinator, she was like, I know that it's a bit weird, but I want the full wedding. And I was like, good on you. Preach. And tip number 3 is invest in a good photographer. That is what I would say actually, because
I'd even get videographer as well.
Yeah, same.
Like film style documentary.
Yeah. But the only problem is the more suppliers you then add, you end up bigger groups. But I do just think that's the photos and the stuff is the bits you're going to look at, the bits that you're going to show people to be like, look, it was worth it. Look at these photos. And then they'll be like, yeah, I get it. So I would definitely, good investment in photos.
Nice. Have you got pictures from a bride?
Yes, I do. Okay, bitches from a bride. Hi, me again. Bethany,
Sorry, I just got a DM and it's fucking awful.
Go on then.
The photos.
What?
Insta versus reality.
What?
Florist.
What? Read it out then. This can be the bit. Screw this bitch from a bride. Go.
Okay, I got pictures from a bride.
I know.
It came in today.
Just now.
Just now. Hi ladies, I'm reaching out in hopes you could give some advice. I got married 2 weeks ago and had an Insta versus reality moment with some of my decor my florist did. The theme was neutral tones with pampas and a touch of gold. I'd asked her to decorate a hoop to go behind us during the ceremony and then for behind the cake during dinner. I provided the hoop and spent months last year gathering pampas from local farmers to give to her and make sure the vision could work. My mum and I had to play around with the hoop before giving it to suppliers and florists to decide what we wanted. I took pictures and sent it to her and she agreed it wouldn't be a problem. Pictures attached. When my mum walked down the aisle, she saw the hoop and immediately had to try and fix it.
What?
With my now husband. Not going to lie, even after my mum's attempt to fix it, it was one of the first things I saw when walking down the aisle. My question is, do I tell the florist I wasn't happy so it doesn't happen to another bride? Am I being a diva? There isn't much that can be done now, and should I get over it? For context, she has only been doing this for a little while and just opened a shop last year.
Let me see the photos.
Let me know.
What's the photos?
advice.
I'm confused. Oh. Just for context, guys, we won't share the pictures because it's bad. But the inspo picture is like full of pampas all on one side, and then like draping to the left, and then on the wedding day it's like a line of pampas, like super
And the material.
thin. The material isn't draped. I think you should tell her.
Definitely tell her.
I think constructive
feedback. But this is where I say, experienced suppliers, do you checks.
Yeah.
She hasn't been doing it for long. Did the price reflect the work that she's doing?
That's fair, yeah. Because the problem is, if she paid £200 for that, that's good for £200.
It's very rare you'll find a florist that will use what you have.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
work it.
Yeah.
Does that make
agreed.
sense?
I mean, the hoop is a bit different.
Yeah.
But it would be weird to use the pampas. I feel like you should have just done it yourself. The one you did looked great.
What's really hard is aisle decor. Like, that's what you notice when you walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
And you just be like,
And it's in every photo.
fuming, just stood there getting married. Like, that's the bit, and it's...
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh.
Let me read out my bitch from a bride super quick because I feel like we did halfway, cut it out.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hi, me again. So I have 3 bridesmaids. I gave them Indian bridesmaid outfits for the wedding.
I've seen this one in
11
our DMs.
months ago, 11 months before the wedding, which is taking place in 1.5 weeks. They needed to go to a tailor and get it all fitted, which is very normal within an Indian outfit. I've paid for everything, the outfit, the hair, the makeup, accommodation, even for their partners. All they needed to do was to go and get their outfit fitted. I feel like I know where this is going. I get a call yesterday from a bridesmaid saying her tailor is having trouble with the top and stitching it, and she has asked if it's okay to get a top made as the tailor is struggling to fit the top on her because of the detail in it. I said sure, as long as it suits the top. I've been pretty chilled about it, but they have had 11 months to get this sorted, and now it is 1.5 weeks before my wedding. Am I right to be furious at this bridesmaid who is now going to change the aesthetic of my bridal party? She had one job.
Yes, be furious. You're not the first person that said it. I had someone the other day
Literally
say
in
it.
the group, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have said, my biggest tip for this, give your bridesmaids a deadline with tailoring. Be like, right, girls, we're all going to meet on this date, all dresses tailored. We'll have a girls' dinner at our house. 3 months before the wedding.
Yeah.
And we're all going to try it on.
Because then
and
you
we're
can
going to
say,
make sure we're happy.
bring the underwear you're going to wear.
Yeah.
Bring your jewellery. Let's have a look at everything. Let's test hair. I agree. 3 months before.
And have a night in that diary so they know it has to be done by then. And if they haven't done it by then, it's like,
You're a dickhead. You're out of the wedding.
And we had someone the week before and they were like, it wasn't falling properly. I'd be like, you know what? Your fucking problem. If you don't turn up in that dress that I've paid for, and don't bother coming. Like, don't put that stress on me. Like,
Preach.
as a good bridesmaid,
That's the point.
Don't tell the bride. Just get it sorted.
Yes. The whole thing of don't put that stress on me, 100% agree. You've got, like I said, one job, one thing that you need to sort out. Fuck it off.
It's just annoying.
Yeah, I agree.
There we go.
Anyway,
Another episode. I feel like that was a bit bitty, but I enjoyed it. Basically, I'm now getting eloped. I'm eloped.
Getting eloped.
I'm eloping.
Okay, fine.
Watch this space, guys. I'm just going to turn up and be like, married.
Oh, babes, you got to be engaged first.
You wait.
Thanks for listening, guys. See you next week.
Bye. Bye.